Hey everybody, welcome to Crafting in My PJs, and this is Millie here, and we are on part 4 of our series of Little Golden Book, Junk Journal, Altered Book, and it's the Christmas story. And so we've got our skeleton in the book, and now we are looking at putting in some ephemera, making some tags, and getting this book decorated so I can give it as a Christmas gift. All right, so I usually use digital kits. A lot of people use true vintage pieces. I just don't have a lot of vintage yet. I'm a new junk journaler, so I have gone with purchasing one or two digital kits for whatever theme I'm working on, and that helps give me the things I need to add flavor and flair and touches to my books. So this was a Christmas digital kit. I will link in the description. I can't remember where it came from off the top of my head, and there's no markings on here. These are all the fussy cut pieces, and so I only printed what I wanted to use or what I might use. So these are the fussy cuts. I haven't cut those out yet. I sit in front of the TV at night and I'll do some cutting, and then I file away so I can pick from the things I have when I'm ready to decorate. What I was really interested in for today's video and work on this journal were the pockets and the tags, but mostly the pockets that this kit came with. So this is an envelope. Ugh. This is an envelope. This is a tag. So these are all tags and then cards and things that we can use to stuff pockets. Here's another envelope type pocket that you can use. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like maybe we could use it as a folded flap. And sometimes if you really want, you can print these items on with like double-sided. So you could print this but have a coordinating digital print on the back. So I have done that too in the past. This one didn't seem to have, I just haven't gotten to it yet. Okay, let's move these over. Oh, here's one. Here's a pocket that can go in the book. And we talked about before cutting your own pockets and leaving a little extra. You fold that under and it gives your pockets some depth. So if you have thicker things to go in there, I most likely will cut this backing off and glue that flat so that you can see it. What else is in here? Here's some music, like a file folder. Bingo card. That was really cute. All right. Not a whole lot. So we might have to do more cutting of pockets, like extra pockets, out of our extra pieces. But lots of stuffable stuff. So that's great. So that's kind of on the side, ready to go. And I do make some tags. I have some tags that I have been given over my years of scrapbooking. Some of those will probably go in here. But I like to make some tags too. And I can make a bunch of tags and then put them away and maybe only use one or two in my book. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make some different tags. And these are just the basics of the tags. We're not decorating them. We're just making the background. So one of the methods for making tags and stuffable is using what's called a master board technique. And you take paper. It can be book pages like this, and you determine kind of a large size of what you might want to do. So say, 16, and then why don't they have inches going up the side too? 16 by I don't know how many, and you just layer and glue enough of these together in random order and make this. You need at least 3 layers to make something that has enough thickness to it to use as a tag. And then you have this wonderful, and then you cut them out and you can decorate, do some basic decoration beforehand, or you can like stamping or watercolor painting or collaging, and then you cut everything out and make it into a tag form. I like, what I have found that I enjoy the most is taking manila folders and using that as the basis for my master board. So I can literally open them up like this and then glue things on. And then when I cut them out, I have this, well, this blank background for writing. Because remember, it is a journal, so we do hope that people will write in the journals that we give them. So that's what I like to do. Now today though, I have a lot of manila folders that are left over from when I was working full-time in the school system. I retired last June, and so now I have a lot of used manila folders that once housed information, and I need, it makes a great backdrop for this. So we have 3 basic ones we're going to make today. The first, I've already cut them down, so you can start with the whole thing opened up like I just showed you, but I'm going to make smaller ones like this. So they are technically, when I've cut off the tab and I've cut them in half, it makes them about 11.5 by 9. So 11.5 by 9. So the first one I'm going to do is I am going to take my book pages, which almost cover the entire thing. But I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lay them this way, and then I'm going to lay them this way, and then I'm going to lay them this way. The whole purpose is for it not to be perfect. The purpose is for it to be very on the random side. I can take off these strips if I like, and let me get my ruler so that we do have more of the actual true print. So let's do that. Let's cut these down, and we only need to make 1 real true layer, so I'm going to use 4 sheets, and I'm going to just tear off. There is, and we keep these because these make nice added pieces to different tags and things that you're decorating, so we don't throw those away. So let's tear down. And again, this is really just my backdrop. I am just making backdrop for tags. I am gonna do this, the prints of the book print, and then we're gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna cut it out in tag sizes and probably stitch it up on the sewing machine so that it gives it a little bit of, I'm going to say stability, but the glue is stable. But I'll give it a little decoration along with a little bit of stabilization. Again, this part's not necessary. These blank sides can actually be a really great addition to your tags. I think I fixed my microphone issue. I'm really not quite sure what I did wrong on the last video, and I was really afraid because I had left the microphone out charging and left the house, and our golden doodle, when we both, my husband and I, leave the house, my golden doodle gets anxious and he rips things up. I didn't know my husband was leaving. I left it plugged in but within doodle reach, and when we got home he hadn't chewed anything up, but the receiver part was on the sofa. So I don't know if he messed things up or I just had to repair it, or if I had plugged the thing in and missed the slot that you plug it in on your phone and it had plugged in between the phone and the case. So I'm not quite sure. All right, this is the glue I'm going to use. It's Scotch Create. I'm using glue sticks so that I get a flat adhesion. And oh, maybe we need another one. This one is hard to open. To get my husband to do that. Oh, okay, got this one. It'll adhere flat, and I really should have something underneath here. Let me pull this out so that it doesn't get all over my pink sheet. Sorry about the noise. All right, so we are going to glue, and I'm just putting the glue down, trying to get an even layer of it. I do not want trash in it. And we're going to lay it out like this. Going to line it up with the edges. Again, it can be trimmed and it's going to be cut down. So we don't really need to worry about too much. We don't have to worry about hanging over. I am going to hang over a little bit. Well, a little bit more than that because it looks like it's 3 sheets. Now, if you're a person who likes your book print to be facing, I'm going to say the right way, but I don't want to say that, like not sideways, then you can arrange your pieces that way too. Here, let me go on the back this time. And I am covering a good area because, or as much of the area as I can, because I don't know where things are going to be cut exactly. So it's not like the middle. I didn't worry about this corner here that was curved because in tags, I usually cut the corner slanted anyway. All right, so you know what? We're going to cut this in half. And we're just going to put it down like this and overlap. I don't want the manila envelope to show. And then this is going to go on top right there. So it took us 4 pages. This was kind of a larger book. It was a French textbook, history textbook from Goodwill. It was in fairly poor shape to begin with because I don't like tearing up books, but you know. All right, so we have our first master board done. Again, I could come with some different stamps like this, and I just might that's it. That's what I've got for Christmas, and I've got this like Rudolph-y guy. I don't have a whole lot of stamps, but I could come with these, and I could just stamp randomly, and I might, we'll see later on. Or I could let it dry, I can cut it out, and then decorate it the way it is. So we'll see. All right, so the second thing I'm going to use to cover my master board are my Christmas napkins. And I had kind of used these in another, so let's see, it's going to take 2 napkins per board. I kind of used these in another project a while ago, a few weeks ago. All right, just an FYI, 2 pieces of double stick tape on your fingers, and you can get this separated easily. Oh, I didn't need that. I shouldn't have. Let's do the other one. And if you stick it in the white part, then you don't run the risk of damaging your design. All right, so that's that. And then I have another one, but I'm not going to do this one right away. let's do this one and then maybe do some stamping and then see how that works. Okay, let me put my sticky tape down somewhere. It's stuck to my fingers really well. All right, so let's see. And I think we can just tear this. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. We can just tear this because the edges are going to be cut off anyway after we glue. Out of the two napkins, this one is my favorite. Okay, so one's going to go down there. And one will come up here. Don't want to overlap too much because it's so much darker, but I will have to overlap a little bit. All right, so let's put our glue down on our folder. Now you see those big hunks of glue that came off? I really don't want those on my board because I mean, this is going to wrinkle. Napkins will wrinkle. Not much I can do about that. But to keep as many, see, it's not that bad of a wrinkle. It's just a little wrinkle. And then we're going to do this side. Like that. All right. We'll just make sure we get out all of our bubbles. And let's put the glue top back on. Let's put this to the side. And where are my scissors? And let's just cut the edges off. Oh, we got a big wob of glue there. Okay. I don't want to fold it under or anything, because I want this side plain because I want it for writing, for journaling. So we're going to let it dry. We're going to cut it flush. Sorry. My brain didn't keep up with what I was trying to say. All right. Now at this point, I have no plans of putting any kind of finish on top of this, like a Mod Podge, for protection purposes. Let me fix this little tear right here. There we go. The last ones I made, I'm almost positive I just left them just like this and they were perfectly fine. If I put Mod Podge on, I run the risk of it would, you know, it's wet, so it would wrinkle my, okay, I don't need to worry about this too much. All right, so I have two backdrops right here. I am going to do my second napkin, and I guess I could go ahead and do that with you on camera. I was going to get you off because I didn't want to take up a ton of your time. Let's see if we can do this without more tape. Nope. Oh, there it is. one sheet. Two sheets. Just got napkin in my coffee. Just tear it down. All right, now where is our other board? Oh, there it is. And I should have checked to make sure we hid the print. Ah, I didn't. Darn it. That's okay. We'll cover it. We'll cover it. We'll cover it when we decorate it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. All right. Big thing is to try and get the air bubbles out. All right, let's cut it down. And then you can come back and add more glue to edges if so needed. And I guess we do have a couple of spots. I didn't cover as fully on this one. All right, that's our second one, our second napkin one. All right, so these two will be cut up and I will probably stitch them in a few minutes. But this one, I think I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping and maybe some embossing just in a random fashion so you can see how you can put that together too. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go get all of my stamping supplies. Okay, cannot find any of my embossing things. That's what happens when you clean things up. Can't find anything now. But I do have, I picked two stamps that I will use. This is the one I really wanted to emboss. We will put Christmas trees and then I have some snowflakes. And so our Christmas trees are going to be in green and our snowflakes in red. And we're just going to do random stamping. So you're not trying to be in the center of any tag right now. You're just randomly stamping. And I missed that. That's okay. let's get some snowflakes, some red snowflakes around. Now, this is not the end all of your tags. This is just sort of a background. And now you can take this. I'm going to show you how we're going to cut it. I need to get out, let me put these so I can clean that when I'm done. Close this up. Okay, we can take this right here, put this under here. So how wide was this again? 11.5. So I like to go about 2.5 inches by about 4 inches, 2.5 by 4. That's just my preference. Not anything set in stone. Let's see if my smaller cutter will cut through this. Okay. This Fiskars is my favorite because it's so handy and small, but it's been giving me some trouble lately. All right, so 2.5. Like that. I guess I need to sharpen. All right, we're gonna have to cut on the line that the Fiskars did not finish. So I'll pull out the bigger one. Or we can just cut with the box cutter. Let's do that. All right, let's see, 2.5. All right, 2.5. Where is my big one? All right. So as you can see, our designs are not coming out in the middle. They're just kind of coming out in a random spot on the tag, which can be really pretty. Must be some industrial manila folders here. Now the leftover, because there's about an inch, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches of leftover, that's fine because those can make smaller tags for something else. All right, and then we're going to do 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Was this 9? Well, let's do 4.5. Then that way it's just down the middle. And we don't have small wastage. I don't want small waste. Okay, 1. Oops, did not press hard. All right, are we good? Yeah, all right, let's just use that. To do that, and do this, and we'll do this. And then we're going to take and we are going to cut. I like my tags mitered at the end, so I don't want to bend. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to get a template so that I don't bend my tags. Be right back. All right, got my template. All right. All right. So now we have tags. We can also put holes in the top, which we will do in a minute. And I'm going to go run them up on the sewing machine. So you can see how the design is not centered, and it just gives you a base to come back and embellish some more. So I'm going to cut up the rest of the tops. I'm going to put my holes in using my crocodile. I'm going to run it on the sewing machine, and I'm going to take it back and show you what it looks like. All right, be right back. Okay, so I just sewed 3 of them to show you how it's going to look. My bobbin ran out, and honestly, I don't feel like changing it right now. But, all right, so let's get a little closer. So let's see, let's get you in the middle. So this was our stamped one with the book pages. Look how cute. And you say, Millie, does it have a second hole? And I say, yeah, why, yes, it does. And why, you ask, does it have a second hole? Because my crocodile moved on me. So the little tab moved to small hole. It's only paper. There will probably be a decoration right there, and you won't even see it. And if you do, it's okay. Here is one of our napkins, paper napkins, and here is the other paper napkin. Have not trimmed. Those need to be trimmed off. And so ribbon will be added, ephemera will be added, lace, buttons, who knows, stickers, can't tell you. But now, look, in less than 30 minutes, we popped out, oh, I'm sorry, let's get you back out again. We popped out all of these tags. I don't know how many there are. And they are giving us a basis to go on to add to our book. And so you can take them and individually decorate them how you'd like in your book. So easy peasy. All right, so that's the end of our video today. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, this was part 4 of our series. And in this part, we made tags using a master board, and we looked at the digital kit that I have downloaded and started cutting out to add to our book. Now, part 5, our book is going to be pretty much done. I'm going to take a little bit of time in between number 4 and number 5, and I am going to finish the book, except for the tassel and the closure, which we will make in part 5, and then we will do a walkthrough. So I hope you enjoyed this series. If you like this, please give me a thumb up, and a subscribe would be nice. And that's it. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.